Hey, do you want to rank your pins on the #1 position in Pinterest and drive free organic traffic to your blog post? If this is what you are looking for, and then this video is for you, because in this video I'll be telling you my 7 strategies which I use to drive free unlimited traffic to my website by ranking my pins on the #1 position in Pinterest. So guys, let's get started. So guys, before starting the video, I should tell you that this is the part 2 of Pinterest SEO tutorial. So actually, I have already made one more video. You can just go back and watch the first video if you have not yet watched that video. That video is all about how Pinterest algorithm works. This video will be all about the 7 steps how Pinterest SEO works and how you can rank your pin on the #1 position and what optimization you can do to your pin so that your pin can rank high on the Pinterest algorithm. Also, I'll be showing you my pins and how I optimize my pins so that you can practically get more idea about this. So guys, if you stay towards the end of this video, then I'll share my Pinterest SEO checklist to you at the end of the video. So you make sure you watch this complete video, and in the end I'll be sharing my SEO free checklist to you, which will be really helpful for you. Alright guys, so let me take you to my laptop screen where I'll be explaining everything in detail by showing it. Let's get started. Alright guys, so I am in my laptop screen right now. Before starting the video, what I want to tell you is please do not skip any step which I am going to explain to you. Please don't skip anything because all the steps are interrelated. So guys, the first thing that we have to look at is step 0. That is keyword research for your pins to rank on Pinterest. So guys, whenever you are writing any blog post, you must be doing some keyword research. If you are not doing, then I highly recommend to do it. The same applies to Pinterest when you are creating any pin or you are promoting any pin. So guys, before creating any pin or creating any picture, I suggest you to do a thorough keyword research. This is step 0 and it is extremely critical. Now the question is, how can you create or how can you do a good keyword research? So you can do it in the Pinterest itself. If you go to Pinterest and if you search anything just like this, if you search for make money online, just for example, then your Pinterest will automatically give you some suggestions. And then you can just like this, you can choose passive income which is related to the make money online keyword. Also you can choose make money for beginners. So you will have a lot of suggestions like this. You can also find the right keywords if you go to the create ad section in Pinterest, and then if you go and check, just wait a minute, yeah, I'll resume it. So guys, you don't have to create a ad. Actually, this is just a dummy ad just to understand the keyword, because in Pinterest ads planner you can actually see what is the volume of any keyword. So if you come here, you can actually type make money online, just for example I'm typing, then you can actually see what is the keyword, what is the keywords volume per month. So if you see, it's blogging money, it's around 5 million searches are there. How to get money, 5 million searches are there. So you can get some good inputs for finding the right keywords from this platform. Also you can use Google keyword finder if you want to do a complete research. Also guys, what I recommend you is to, if you want to do a thorough keyword research, then I highly recommend that to go and install Longtail Pro keyword tool. It will be very helpful for you. See, this is just a snapshot of Longtail Pro tool, which is helping you to find the right keyword. What this will do is, this will also give you a volume, how many volume the searches are there, which websites are using this, what is the matrix of that keyword, how intense that keyword is, in which countries these keywords are used. So it will give a complete scenario to you. I'll just make sure I'll keep a link in the description. You can just go and check the tool. It is around $1. The trial pack is around $1 if you go through my link. So it is just affiliate link. If you want, you can just check out this one. I personally use this and I prefer this because it helps me to find the right keywords. Alright guys, so this keyword research is extremely important. If you still have any doubt, I actually already had a detailed video on this subject. I'll leave a link to it. You can just go and you can see the video. I have explained everything in detail, how you can find the right keywords for your pin title, pin description, and your pins. It will be very important for you. So if you don't know, I'll leave a link to this video. You can just go out and check this video later. So guys, after keyword research, the second thing that will be important for you would be to use the keywords in the pin title, description, as well as URL on Pinterest. So guys, now Pinterest recently launched the pin title. If you are familiar with Pinterest, then you must already know that Pinterest use pin titles as well as descriptions very extensively. So I'll show you my pin, some of the example of my pin, so that I can explain you in a better way. So guys, this is basically a dummy account that I've created. Okay, so I'll show you this one. So this pin I have created some days ago, and if you see, I reached around 8.1 thousand impressions right now and have 18 clicks by this. So if you see here, I have targeted extensively earn money online keyword, work from home keyword, and if you see my description also, I am targeting the keywords again, the same keywords again and again. So guys, what you need to understand is Pinterest basically identify your pin, what your pin would be all about based on the keywords that you use in your title as well as pin title and description. If you don't know how to do that, you can just create any pin. The first title that you are writing is called as the title, and this one is basically the description of the pin. So guys, one more thing that is very important for you, you make sure the title that you're writing are of 100 character. Pinterest allows 100 characters for the title and 500 characters for description. So you make sure you use the complete space and write a detailed description of your pin using all the keywords those you have listed, so that you can give the right signal to Pinterest algorithm what your Pinterest is all about. So guys, I'll move to the next point now. The next point that will be very critical for the Pinterest SEO would be the URL of the post. So guys, I'll tell you what I mean by that. So if you see here, the URL that I will be targeting is best high paying stay at home mom jobs. So basically what I am targeting is similar to the keywords that I am targeting in the pin title. So this pin is all about the earn money online, and I am targeting best high paying stay at home mom jobs. So it is basically similar. So you have to use the pin URL which is similar to the keywords that you are using in your pin, your title as well as description. The reason is when you want to promote any website, any web post or blog post, what Pinterest basically looks is the URL, pin title, and pin description. That is the first indication that Pinterest is getting about your pin. So if all of these are matching, then it is preventing any confusion in Pinterest algorithm, and you will stand a better chance to grow your pin. So guys, the next point that I want to share with you would be, by the way, I'll share this particular blog post link in the description. You can just go ahead and click on the blog post if you want to read everything, because I don't want you to write everything right now. The important point is to first understand everything, then you can use this blog post for your reference later on. So guys, the next point which is critical is create relevant board and description. So guys, remember in step 0, the keywords that we have listed down, the list of keywords, you have to make sure that you use the same keywords to create a board. So if you see here, I have saved this particular pin to a board called as earn money from home. So this particular board is similar to the pin that I am writing. So and also this particular board is having the keywords, the same keywords in the title as well as the description. So guys, don't skip the to write the description in your boards. It will be very critical, because that will give an indication to Pinterest about what your board is all about. And once you create your pin, you make sure you save your pin to the most relevant board in the first time, and then you can repin it to your other boards if you are having. So guys, you make sure you create a right, you use the same keywords to make a relevant board, and write a good title as well as description for the board, and then you save the pin in the relevant board on the first time, and then you can repin it into if you have some similar boards. So make sure that you do it, because this will be very critical in the upcoming time to rank your pins. So guys, this is the second point that I have for you. Also guys, one more tip from me is that if you create a new board, just make sure that you save minimum 30 to 40 pin of others before saving your pin. The reason for that is, if you save around 30 to 40 pins of other people in your board before saving your pin, you'll have better chances of ranking your pin, because Pinterest will identify your board based on the 30 or 40 pins that you saved of others, and then you can actually, when you save your pin, you stand a good chance to rank your pin higher in the Pinterest algorithm. So guys, the third tip that I have for you is create Pinterest SEO friendly page title and description. So guys, are you aware about the rich pins? If you are not, then rich pins is something which you can do with your Pinterest account. So if you enable rich pins, then actually Pinterest can talk to your website. So Pinterest knows what your page title is, what your meta description is. So once you enable rich pin, I strongly recommend you to enable rich pins there, because that simply gives a lot of boost to your website as well as your Pinterest account as well. So guys, once you enable rich pins, then actually Pinterest can actually understand what is there in your page title and what is there in your page meta description. So what Pinterest will do is, Pinterest will go and look for your page title as well as page description when you are basically creating any pins, and if it is relevant to the keywords that you are targeting over here in the page title as well as description, then things will be very easy for you. For example, if you see, I have created this pin, it is about earn money online, and now I have just created and I landed on this page. Now this page is about best high paying stay at home mom jobs. So it is by and large similar, and the meta description is also resemble the same keywords. So this will really boost your pin to rank high. The fourth tip that I have for you is include hashtags. So guys, I hope you guys are using hashtags in Pinterest. Actually, hashtags are being used by all the social media nowadays. I want to tell you how Pinterest use these hashtags. So guys, if you see here in the end, we have mentioned some hashtags like earn money online and stuff like that. But if you go here and if you search for any hashtags earn money online, then what you will see is, you will actually not find good quality pins. What you see, this one, this is not a very good pin. This is also not a very good pin. You see, this is also not a very good pin. There is the text overlay is, it's hard to read. What I want to tell you guys is that yeah, you have to understand how Pinterest use these hashtags. What basically Pinterest does is, when you type any hashtags, that Pinterest will show you the most recent post which is relevant to this hashtags. So basically, if you type earn money online, then you can assume that this particular pin is created most recently, and as new pins will be created, that finally this will be out. So I highly recommend that you create the hashtags. Now the question is, guys, how many hashtags should you include? How many hashtags you should include? That is the big question. So guys, what I recommend here is, you can basically, actually Pinterest allow you to create minimum 20, not minimum, maximum 20 hashtags, but I don't recommend to use that much hashtags. You can use 3 to maximum 4 hashtags. That is what I do, and that is what I recommend to my students as well. So you make sure you use 3 to 4 hashtags. Also make sure that you use the right keywords here. Also, you don't for example, some people what used to do is, if Christmas is near, then what they used to do is they used to write Christmas, and what that will do is to rank the pin in the Christmas hashtags. But the problem is, guys, if you do it, then it will confuse the Pinterest algorithm. So I don't recommend that thing. You make sure that you write the relevant keywords which is by and large similar to the website, to the blog post, and to the pin that you are using. So guys, that is the fourth point, and it is very very important. So guys, the fifth point that is critical is the engagement of your pin. So guys, did you ever came to Facebook and see any post which is getting viral because it has a lot of comments and likes? That is because Facebook understands that this particular post is highly engaging, people are liking it, commenting it, and that is the reason it promotes that particular post to a lot of people. Now Pinterest also use the same strategy but in a different way. So nowadays all the social media platforms are actually using this strategy to understand basically the user behavior, because that is the best indication that they are getting. So it is highly recommended that you create a pin which is highly engaging. Now the question is, what is actually engagement of pins? So guys, whenever you are creating any pin, Pinterest understand the engagement by the repins as well as the comments. So if you see here, we have somebody commented. Oops, I'm sorry, I'll open it again. So if you come here, somebody actually commented, "See, looks possessed." I didn't use a lot of comment in this particular pin, but if you go and if you see this particular pin is got 5 saves. So what that means is 5 people actually saved this pin in their boards, and then it gives an indication to Pinterest that people are liking this pin. So what Pinterest will do is Pinterest will promote this to more and more people, understanding that people are actually engaging with with this pin, and people are saving this to their board. So guys, don't miss this. This would be very very important. When I use engagement in Pinterest, what I mean is that using repins and using comment. By the way, do let me know if you have joined to any boards, any groups, or any tribes in Tailwind regarding the Pinterest in Pinterest, because I used to join a lot of boards as well as tribes. Because what that will do is, if you save someone else pin in the tribe, then in return they can also save your, or they can also repin your pin to their account, and then actually you can get a boost of the pin that you are saving. So guys, the sixth point that I want to explain to you is extremely critical, is that use relevant images in your post. So guys, if you are creating a post that is relevant to make money online, then it is not actually a good idea to use a picture which is regarding recipe. Do you know Pinterest actually understand the objects, the pictures that you are using, and Pinterest has a particular name assigned to the object that you are using. So if you see here, I have actually created a lady who is working on the laptop and is happy. So so basically Pinterest algorithm understand this particular object as a laptop, and this particular object as a human being. So if I use something like recipe photo or mountain photo or something else, reverse photo, which has no relevance to this particular pin, then Pinterest will get confused, and finally you will not get the good amount of reach for this particular pin. So always make sure that you use the pin pictures which are relevant to the pin that you are making. Actually, it will be very very essential, guys. If you don't have any photo, then simply write some text overlay and don't use any photo, but make sure you don't use the wrong photos. If you use the wrong photo, then it will be you'll get negative ranking in Pinterest, and then finally you'll not get good results in Pinterest. So guys, the next thing that I want to share to you is, oops, wait a minute, I'll just show you the last one, that is using text overlay. So enable text overlay to rank your pins on the number one post. Actually, this is my particular blog post, guys. I recently published this. So guys, if you are using Pinterest for a while now, you must already know how important using text overlay is. It is important for increasing the click-through rate in the Pinterest algorithm, and it is very important to use text overlay like this to give an indication to Pinterest what your pin is all about. Once you write anything on your pin's picture, then you actually tells Pinterest, because Pinterest actually can read, Pinterest algorithm actually can read all this and can understand what your pin is all about. Then if it matches with your pin title, description, page URL, page description, as well as the picture, then you will have a complete picture. Pinterest algorithm have a complete picture of your pin, and if everything is similar, that is the reason I told you in the step 0 that do the keyword research correctly, and don't simply jump on creating a pin, and don't skip to miss any steps. Once you clear on your keywords and you use the same keywords everywhere, like for example in this particular text overlay I use pay me as the keyword, which is similar to earn money and make money online, and I use all these keywords in my pin title, description, text overlay, picture, page title, page description, page meta description, so that you give the right indication to Pinterest algorithm what your pin is all about, and then Pinterest actually end up promoting it to the maximum number of people. So guys, this is it for today. Do let me know if you have any questions. So as promised, I'll share a link of this particular blog post in the description below. You can just go out and check it out if you miss something, or if you are not able to understand anything. By the way, if you have any queries or if you have any doubt, you can just comment in the comment section below. I'll make sure to reply you guys. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Until then, bye bye. Keep earning, keep learning.